The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. What's going on, guys? Eric Sablon here with Burnt Phone Marketing, and I am super excited today. I have a treat for you today because this lady has come from the network marketing industry. She's been in network marketing for 10 years. She's an entrepreneur. She's been doing some internet marketing, but here's the cool thing. She recently just launched, and how many of you guys out there struggled, I want to build a course? She literally just launched a course, and the cool thing is she picked up 3,000 customers in her network marketing business because of this course. So she is the queen of the clouds, network marketing professional, Sacha Swift. Please welcome Sacha to the show. Welcome, Sacha. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. So, we're going to make this real quick and, not real quick, but we're going to dive deep. I just kind of want to ask you a little bit about your backstory, a little bit of 10 years ago, what got you into network marketing and what you've been doing since then. And you said Queen of the Clouds. So what else do you do? Because you have a really cool job.
Yeah. It's fun to be Queen of the Clouds, I guess. I'm a corporate flight attendant, and that's kind of my happy place. Like when I look out the windows, seeing the clouds, it's just that's why I have that.
I love that. So corporate, so you fly on all of the private jets.
Yes.
Awesome. I think what was cool is that, guys, a lot of people saw my Facebook post the other day. It said, I must be interviewing the right people. She put on there, I usually don't fly commercial. And I'm like, then I'm interviewing the right people. So a little bit about your backstory. I mean, what got you started in network marketing 10 years ago?
Well, honestly, I grew up in a household where my mom sold Mary Kay. So I was kind of exposed to that life at a very young age, sitting in the little circles with at the time, I thought the old ladies putting on their creams. So as I got older and it kept being exposed to me, I didn't really think twice. I thought that was kind of a normal thing to look at. So I've tried it all. You hear people say pills, potions, lotions, everything. I've been involved with at least 10 network marketing companies, and didn't really have a lot of success until recently. So I just kept pushing through till I found something that aligned with what I loved.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I found. So second generation network marketer. Guys, I'm telling you, Tony Zalecki said it best. Once you've been bitten by the network marketing bug, you are always looking to find a way to get back into the industry or get back into the profession. And Sacha did it. She started off with Mary Kay, just kind of all over the house, and then right into, different, she was looking for basically what what kind of grabbed her by the heart and said, this is where we want to go and this is how we want to do it. So that's an awesome backstory. I like it. So you just launched a course recently, and for 2 years I had been trying to launch a course, and I'm like, what do I got to do? How do I got to do it? And I watched you, and I actually kind of modeled you on kind of the things you've done. What would be first off, what was the hardest thing that you felt with the course? And then what would be a tip that you give to someone that's thinking about starting a course? So kind of a two-part question. What was the hardest thing? And then we'll go to the next question.
The hardest thing for me definitely was being a perfectionist. Just trying to make sure that everything was perfect before launch, at the time before launch. So like I was sitting on the project for a very long time. Like I've been wanting to launch a course for like over a year, just a notebook full of ideas. And um, yeah, that would be the hardest part. And I'm really afraid of the camera. So it was really hard for me to even record the videos. And I'm not in my particular course, you can't even see me. And I was just so
You're in
nervous,
the
like
window.
listening to myself, like sitting in my apartment alone, you'd think like 10,000 people were there. So just like overcoming that fear and trying to be perfect was the hardest.
So I'm actually going to dive deep a little bit into that question. You said you had a notebook of like notes and stuff like that. And I always tell people on a lot of my coaching calls and a lot of the podcasts, you only have to be 1 to 2 steps in front of the person you're teaching and 1 to 2 steps behind the first person you're following. So when you took that information and just kind of put it into a course, how hard was it to kind of sift and sort? I mean, I know a lot of people have huge notebooks of training, and if they just take that little notebook and disseminate it to their audience, they can create a course. Like, how hard was it to sift and sort to that? Because you already had the framework of the process.
Yeah, that's so true. The notebook was the framework for sure. But what happened, what I had to really do was just guide myself through the process. So like what I teach, I just put myself back into more of like the learning process, like
Hmm.
as a student. Like I did have to do beta testing. Like when I did the first course, it was too advanced. So I got a lot of feedback from the people that didn't have any experience. And then I was able to add way more videos to the course because I got that feedback of how to simplify things.
So, like, one thing that you would say is like kind of beta test like a core group,
Hmm.
and then get some feedback from them, and that would be an easy way to kind of adjust the course. Like we have a course right now, and we're doing the same thing. Like it keeps evolving and getting better. So, what would be like your super tip, like one tip that you would give to the audience that's thinking about doing a course? Because they all want to do a course and they all want to sell a course, but it's like they don't know where to start, or they're super nervous, kind of like I can't believe that you're nervous on camera. I'm nervous on camera. Guys, just so you know, everybody that's listening, every time that I get on a podcast, or every time you see all of us that are publishing or doing videos or anything like that, we get the same thing inside our stomach, our chest. We get the butterflies. We're like, are we going to be good today or what? So just know, done is the new perfect. So just remember that, guys. Done is the new perfect. So what would be like the tip that you would give someone that really wants to start a course that is maybe getting in their own way, or whatever the tip that you think would help somebody kind of get to that next level of launching their course?
I mean, honestly, I feel like what helped me is trying to stop being like other people and like really dialing in and figuring out the knowledge that I had that could help somebody. And once I figured it out, how I could really like give someone else value, and you kind of touched on it, it can kind of hold you back, like limiting beliefs, thinking like maybe you're not a good leader or maybe you don't know enough to teach somebody. But like if you do know a little bit more than the person trying to learn, then you can lead and you can create a course. Like it was so mind blowing to me, like all of the messages that I get from people of how much, like it to me it seems like I'm giving them so much value, and I didn't recognize that at first, like I really I really think if you're helping people and you're not worried about all the numbers and this, that, and the other, that the rest just falls into place.
Yeah, the core offer really does fall into place. And you know, I just want kind of disarm the audience and let them know that what we think is easy, like you just said, what we think is easy is super hard for 80% of the people out there. So just know that, like, if you can get on stage, or you can teach a course, or you can do something with a chat bot, or you can do something with this or that, 80% of the people out there are like, that's way over my head. So learn to teach that. And when you learn to teach that, that's how you create your course. And it really niches into what you're doing. So I'm gonna ask you this because you're a perfectionist, and I have a lot of perfectionist friends. What was what was like the epiphany you had when you were like, okay, just upload. Okay, just upload. Like, what was it when you were like, because I'm sure you did like 3 or 4 takes or whatever. Once you got the flow going, like after like the fourth video, I'm sure you were just like, okay, I got this, next one, next one, next one. What was it that in your head, in your mindset that said, oh, this is I'm golden, I'm good where I'm at? What was it? Because a lot of the audience, I'm sure, sits there and records on their on even on Facebook Live. They're like, no, that's not good. I'm not going to do that one. No, that's not good. You know, what was your epiphany? What was your like? I got it. I figured it out. Was it somebody said, or what was it?
It's funny you asked that. The first time I ever actually hit upload, when I was learning how to use Loom, I literally recorded like 90 times. And I gave up and I was like, stop trying to be perfect. Like just put it out there. You can always fix it later.
Mhm.
And I since then been told that a lot, and I just a lot of times have to let it go and just put it out. And then you'll start getting good feedback and you're like, oh, it was just fine, you know. So
Yeah, that's the funny thing. You're your biggest critic. It's like you put it up there and you're like, that's not how it was supposed to go. But even when you're speaking, on stage or speaking in front of any camera, most people, they don't know what it's supposed to look like. Only
yeah.
you know what it's supposed to look like. And 9 times out of 10, if you can deliver the message in a way that they can understand it, it's like perfect. That's perfect. I just clicked on whatever you told me to, and everything worked perfect. So yeah, guys, just remember that. It's like she got over the being a perfectionist and knew that she was delivering value, delivering content that could help people. And, the audience took it in and gave her feedback saying that it was awesome. So guys, just remember that. Don't like 90 takes. Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
I'm not exaggerating. It told me. I mean, it was like over days. It was the first video I ever uploaded to YouTube. It was like a presentation. Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Now when you do a video, when you're doing a video, how many takes does it take?
a couple.
Yeah.
I like
Like,
test the audio and then I go with it.
and
There
then you're
has to
like,
be like a pretty huge mistake for me to like not use it.
I like on this podcast, I always tell people we're one take Jake. That's it. Like I learned that from one of the guys that was on the interview. His name was Corey Benchop, and he goes, "Dude, done is the new perfect, and we're one take Jake. Just let it go." And I'm like, "All right, uh, I'll do it. I'll keep it. I'll keep doing that." So, so I'm gonna jump into the next question. So I like what you said about being authentic and kind of helping people, and then really just getting over the perfect. Those are some huge nuggets for the audience. If you're taking notes, just take notes on that. You do not have to be perfect to get it done. I mean, there's just so many ways that you can build a course where you don't have to be exactly perfect. And like she said, she can go back and edit it later on. Like if she gets feedback like, oh, that wasn't bad, she can literally upload another video and insert it back into the course. So get it done. That's the key. Don't take Jake, get it done. So you've been in the entrepreneur space you've been in network marketing for 10 years. What would be the one thing that you would have told yourself 10 years ago before you signed before you clicked upload or clicked whatever on the first application on all of your network marketing experience? What would be the one thing you would have told yourself that would increase the speed of your business today?
The one thing I would have told myself is just because you like the product doesn't mean you have to rep it. You got to find the business that like aligns with you. That's what I've learned. So,
As you get into network marketing, you notice that it's not a emotional decision that you love the product. It's a business decision. And when people decide on a product because it's just the product, it's tough because you fall in love with it's like going to shop for a car. You don't ever want to fall in love with the car because then you're always going to go back to that car. So I mean that right there is a huge nugget. Don't fall in love with the product. Fall in love with being able to apply the business like a business.
yeah. the
Wow.
business, the mentors. You just got to look at it from a different perspective because, and it's also made it a lot easier for me to tell people no because I get prospect all the time. And I'll just
Hmm.
be like, that's not right for me. I love the product. I love to buy it from you, but from a business perspective, no thanks.
And honestly, on the other side of that, the person that's prospecting you probably respects that so much more because one, they're either going to get a customer, which is what they want anyways, or they're going to get a no, which is I always told people that a fast no is better than a dragged out maybe. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, are you going to order it? Yeah, that's cool. You can be a customer, or no, I'm good. It's not going to work for me. So a
I
fast
just like
no.
that. I like to just say that because otherwise you're going to bounce back and forth from company to company. People are going to be pulling you all different ways, and you need to stay put where
Yeah,
it's working.
that's true. That is so true. That is so true. So I know we want to just kind of touch on this, but guys, if you haven't seen the course that she's done, the course is phenomenal. But she's launching something new, and it's still not ready. But I'm just going to ask you, what are you currently working on? You don't have to kind of touch on it. I mean, we don't have to go into it, but what are you currently working on? And I'm actually going to set it up, guys, so there'll be a waiting room. So when she launches, you guys will be the first to know. It's going to be at www.burnfulmarketing.com/Sacha, and it's SACHA. So we'll put a little waiting room together so that way she can get a hold of you guys when she launches. But give me a little idea, or
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be like.
It's very service based actually. It's something that my heart is really being tugged at. Um, it's a way to spread love on social media because social media has really become kind of all about us, and there's
Mm,
a lot of people hurting. And I'm in a little. It's really DL, but I'm really really excited about it, and I think it's gonna just you know have a really good effect in the social media space.
so
So
guys, if you're not watching this video, because I we probably won't upload it to YouTube for a while, but if you're not watching this video, I'm just going to tell you right now that her face, you can tell that it's something that tugs at her heart that means so much. So like I said, we'll put a little waiting room for you. So if you want to learn more about Sasha, we're going to put a link to her Facebook page, but we'll also put like a little link for a waiting room so she can get a hold of you once it's ready. Because like I said, guys, if she can, I can just tell if she can just touch one person and make a difference, she's just going to help so many more people. So, wow. So we went from courses to what you're about to launch to, a little bit about you, second generation network marketer. So I always ask everybody this as the final question. And I want you to kind of think about it. I think you kind of have an idea. I call it the mic drop question, the mic drop phrase. Basically, you are on the biggest stage, accepting the biggest award in whatever industry you want. If it's network marketing, if it's marketing, if it's whatever, you're on the stage. You got to keynote. There's 100,000 people that are about to get up from the chair and leave. When they leave the stage, what's the one phrase or question, one phrase or concept that you want them to remember Sacha Swift by?
that is so tough. um, I don't even know how to answer that. Um,
Guys, it's so funny. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer the questions before the interview started, but
yeah, why did you give me the questions before? Uh, can you rephrase it just to
okay.
remember me by?
So whatever concept like you live by, whatever concept you do, like there's been some, like Justin Prince said, be a consumer. I mean, don't be a consumer of content, be a producer of content. Tony and Sarah Zalecki basically just said, like, I would just go do it. And there's like so many people that have said, like, their kind of their mantra, like what they say. It's like, what was the mic drop saying that you do? Like, just done. Like, I'm done talking, done. Like, this is what they're gonna remember me by.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go work on that. Like I haven't. I'm just so on the spot. So
It's
I
all
don't
good.
know.
We will do it again,
I just
and you will have one. You will have one.
no. I'm gonna have one tomorrow now.
You are gonna have one tomorrow. You're gonna be like, "Can you edit this in?" And I will.
No, I don't know. I'm on the spot. You got me.
Perfect. Well, that's good. So, okay, then we'll ask another. I'll ask another. I'll ask another question. So, in your business right now, the Swift lead gen, what is your goal for your client or your student? What's the goal for your client or student, and what does your client avatar look like?
Well, my goal for my students is just really to be able to, build their business from home, and I launched during COVID. Are a lot of the people in the company that I'm in my course, I have like some older people, so I'm teaching people that this is very foreign to, and they got stuck at home. They couldn't reach out. Their friends and family were sick and tired of their messages. So like my goal is just to help people grow their business without, bugging their friends and family. I know a lot of people have that same type of niche, but like it's, I think it's crucial. So
And one thing that you do is you do ads, which is a little bit different, which is really niched down from a little bit from what a lot of other people are talking about. Because, a lot of people are talking about paid ad and, acquiring customers without paid ads. And what I like about your course is you actually say, Facebook will give you, or, the traffic will come if you're doing paid ads, if you're doing it correctly. So what would be like a tip that you would give somebody that's like, I got some money that I want to run to paid ads. I'm doing network marketing, so I know that's kind of tough, but I'm doing something like that, and I'd love to run paid ads. What would be like your tip for them before they decided to like just run in? Because I did a course a while back, and it says do not use the boost button.
I don't use the boost button.
That's two people.
Yeah. I've paid for so many like paid ads courses. There's just so like it has a negative connotation, paid ads.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's just you got to figure out the right way to do it and stop dumping your money and start out really little, test it out, and then when it starts working, roll with it. So I don't know.
So just start off small, kind of find an audience, and then once
Yeah,
you find the audience, kind of pump a little bit more into it, and then scale from there.
that's what I teach. Yeah.
See, guys, totally from the heart. She totally knows what she's doing. So, do you have any last words for the audience? I mean, you did awesome. This is a
No, my
great.
head's like spinning about my mic
Trying to
drop
figure out your
line.
mic
I don't,
questions.
it's like I need to be like alone and think about it.
I'm gonna
It
get
has
a
to be
text tonight
perfect.
at like
It has to be
midnight.
perfect. That's why I can't answer it.
I'm gonna get a message at like midnight, and it's gonna be like, my mic drop question is this. So do you have any last things to say to the audience? I mean, we're going to set up stuff so people can find you on Facebook. I always do that for all of my guests. We'll also set up a waiting room. So once you launch, they'll be able to see what you're doing. And like I said, guys, if you would have seen her face when she said what she's talking about, you would be in line and clicking whatever she's going to click. So just know that whatever she comes up with, it's truly from the heart, and it's truly something that's going to make a difference. So that's all I got. Do you have any last words for the audience?
I'm speechless. I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you guys. And hey guys, like I said, always listen to the outro. We have a couple free things that we're giving away. In fact, we've got a headline machine that we're working on that you'll be able to get inside the outro. It's something that if you've ever, you know what? Just listen to the outro. Just listen to the outro, and we will see you on the next episode of Burnt Phone Marketing Radio. Thanks, guys. So what do you do for work? The question we as network marketers get all the time. And we know that we should be prepared for explaining network marketing to a stranger. The last thing you want to do is ruin it with the vibe of your pyramid thing, right? I get it. I've been there more than I wish to admit. Until I found this, a free way to make an elevator pitch into a super easy sentence to say. The perfect way to answer the dreaded, "So what do you do for a living?" It's super simple, and it asks you 4 questions in less than 3 minutes, and it'll spit out an amazing headline for you. So all you have to do is go to www.unlocktheheadlinemachine.com/free. That's www.unlocktheheadlinemachine.com/free. So take our free offer and enjoy your new headline.